What is going on, everybody? Kamusta kayo lahat mula sa Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, or wherever the heck you are on the planet? This is your one and only JOAT, the place to be for any niche, every genre, and all generations. I'm your master of ceremony, D to the E to the L R O, aka JDR, aka the extraordinary introvert. So, this is my first video episode. Well, yeah, the last episode was just all audio, but now I am back with the video. I am back with my official intro, and my cake girls are back as well. So, you guys see my background? These five beautiful ladies are back with me, and yeah, we're the comeback kings and queens. So let's get it. Yep.
Let's
Um,
get it.
yeah, so this next guest and I, there's a deeper meaning behind that uh classic catchphrase. So anyways, yup, it's so good to be back. Like I said, after what, 3.5 months? It's been so long, but here we are, we're back. We're only getting better, and yeah, speaking of better, hopefully everyone is feeling better now, especially after that pretty massive wave that we just suffered back in January. But did you guys know that while I was on break, while I was on hiatus, I got to meet people? Like, not this type of setup, huh, but literally, I saw their flesh. I met them eye to eye, and that's all we're gonna talk about tonight. So, for this next guest, yeah, I mean, she's pretty big in the advertising industry, but she will get big. just just you guys wait. But she will get big for sure. Anyways, yeah, she's a really solid friend of mine, and yeah, she's the second guest that I've had that works in the same company as me. So she'll tell us more about herself for sure. But without further ado, let's give it up for Miss Mika Alejo, everyone.
Hi. Thanks for having me on your podcast today, Jake. Super appreciate it. I'm very shy, so bear with me. But yeah, I didn't even know this was a video podcast. So this is a very bare face. And yeah, it's nice to meet all the Jake fans.
Yup, indeed. So yeah, like I said, we both met up back in December, back when wala pang, or not wala pa, but yung Omicron variant na yan wasn't at its peak yet. But I don't know, it's looking like we're going back to normal. We're meeting up again. Who
Mm,
knows? Who knows? But yeah, that's all we're gonna talk about. But anyways, I guess Mika, if you could be kind enough, just introduce yourself a little bit more, like to our listeners. Like, I don't know what you do, what do you do,
okay.
and stuff like that.
So yeah, I am Mika Alejo, and I used to work with Jake. I just recently resigned, so I am unemployed. But I resigned just because I wanted to take a short break to rest because I did work right after,
Mhm.
not even graduate yet, but right after I took my thesis. So I did work already. So I wanted to take a little bit time off and rest. And now all I do is really content create. So I've been partnering up or collaborating with a few brands. And yeah, a little more about me. I'm very adventurous. I like talking to people a lot. Thus, me and Jake meeting in person with our other coworkers because
Yeah, yeah.
I really like human interaction
Nice,
and I really like good food.
nice.
So
That's
yeah,
great
that's
stuff.
a little bit about myself.
Yup. That's great. That's great to hear, Mika. And of course, no episode is complete without any K-pop plugs. So, uh, just to give you guys a background, you know me, I'm a diehard Revel love. But unfortunately, uh, Mika's on the other side. So You
Yes,
know
I
that?
am also a bling.
Yeah. Ew. No, just kidding.
Bling. Hey, no to toxic K-pop.
Yep. Nah, I like Blackpink
Yeah,
too.
I'm a blink.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, who is your bias and who is your bias wrecker?
My bias has always been Jenny, but now I'm very into Rose just because I love her fashion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, bias wrecker is Rose, but I've always also loved Jisoo and Lisa. So, I love all of them
Yeah. All of them equally, no?
equally.
Yep, that's good. Well, for me, I may not be a blink, but I just love Jisoo so much, man.
Jisoo, you're
Yeah.
all about the visuals, Jake. All
Yeah.
about the visuals.
Yep. And guys, yes, by the way, I may have been on hiatus, but the fanboying has not left me. So, in case you guys are wondering, I still love ayun na nga, my cake girls. So it's to all my Rebel loves and yeah, joy pa rin, guys. Joy and Yeri. Yup. So yeah, that's basically Mika right there. Like I said, it's crazy because I've realized the past how many episodes like ang lalalim and very I don't know, I wouldn't say formal, but like super informative mga episodes like sports, music, science. But this episode is gonna be super light, laid back because we're just gonna be talking about hanging out in general because that's something we've been deprived of for like I don't know 2 years already, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Like we need to, like I said, human interaction is very much needed. Like it's just to keep you sane. I
Yeah.
like honestly, I know a lot of people really. There are really judgmental people, especially when you go out and you post in your stories. But to be honest, it's just also part of a person's sanity. At least for
True.
me and
True.
a lot of people I know. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely. So I guess let's take it back to memory lane. So I think that was December, right? Yeah, mga December, and
Yeah.
yeah,
It was December.
I went to BGC because that was my cousin's wedding. Congrats, by the way. By the way, Mika, fun fact, yung cousin ko,
Congrats.
like her last name is also Alejo. So, uh,
Oh my gosh, really?
yeah.
Is she a girl or a boy? What a
Uh,
small
and her
world.
her
I
her
should
first
have been
name
invited to the wedding.
and her first name is also Mikaela, by the way.
For real?
Yeah.
What? Oh my god.
Yup.
Wait, for real? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I never. Okay, so fun fact, I haven't really met a lot of Alejos because I'm very much closer to like, well, technically I haven't met a lot of people with the last name Alejo.
Mhm.
It's so weird.
Yup.
It's
Anyways.
so weird. Yeah, okay. We're
Yeah.
probably related. Just kidding. No.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But anyways, so yeah, that was the backstory, right? So I went to BGC and then yeah, that was to go attend my cousin's wedding. And then out of nowhere, I just had this crazy idea na, hey, this Mika person, like she's always in BGC. Like I see their stories. That's like her hometown. So I figured, why not?
Yes.
Why not, uh, they all this invite her to meet up and stuff. So were you down originally or were you like, baka sustong Jake na to?
Um, no, for me it's always like I'm always ready to meet people. My parents are actually scared because
Right.
there's this person I also met online. I only just met
Right.
online and we've been talking for a while. Like one of my content creator friends, and the moment I asked permission, hey mom, I'm gonna go out and meet this person, and we've been talking online, but then my parents are just like not into it.
That's
They're just
true. That's
like,
true.
nope, that's like sketch and everything. I'm like, I don't think it's sketch because it's like I've been talking to them for a while, and then but yeah, I was like, I'm super outgoing. I'm an extrovert if it's not obvious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
I can see it.
this pandemic, it really made me like have my own bubble, which didn't give me the best mental state. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
when you messaged, I'm like, oh, I'm super down because me and Bianca, one of our workmates,
Mm-hmm.
we've always been planning, hey, let's meet up. But yeah,
It
Bianca
never
lives very
happens.
far. So yeah, I was always down. Yeah. So, and
Uh,
super, it was so timely because I was also planning to go to BGC that day just because I really like working in BGC,
who
just
doesn't?
sitting in a coffee shop. Yeah, it's one of my hobbies to sit in a coffee shop and work.
Right, right. That's true. Wow. So yeah, it's actually not a surprise that you're an extrovert. I'm the exact opposite. Like, super homebody introvert. But you can see naman, even if
Somebody,
I'm
yeah.
introvert, like yun nga, like I gotta go out there, once in a while. So I took that chance, and here we are.
Yeah. That's
So,
good. Yeah.
mm-hmm. So that was the night before, right? And then, yeah, the day mismo. So yeah, we checked in the hotel and stuff like that. So, what was your first impression of me? Like, you know, I haven't seen you in person yet, and I was having a hard time because, diba, going out, kailangan pa naka-mask and all. So,
Yeah.
I'm sure both of us had a hard time looking for each other at first. So, what was your first impression of me besides, oh my gosh, you're so tall?
Yeah, like for me, it's just like, how the heck did I not imagine Jake to be this tall? Like, you're so tall, Jake. Until now, I'm just like, oh my god. I think hmm, I don't know. It's just like, me and my friends, most of my friends are like my family. They're not that tall. So it's like, when
Mhm.
I saw you, I'm just like, oh my god, he's so freaking tall.
Oh my gosh, so
So yeah, I
embarrassing.
think that was my initial reaction. Like, just, but it's not a bad thing though. I actually want to be taller. I've always wanted to be taller, so it's not a bad thing.
Right, right.
So yeah, I think that's my first impression, and until now, it's still my impression of you. How is he still so tall? Yeah,
Right. Yeah, that was crazy now. Like,
and you're the tallest among your family. Also, I was like, his family must be like super tall, but no, you're the tallest. So it's like, oh my god, it's just really Jake.
right, right. Yeah, it's crazy. That's what 7 to 8 hours of sleep can do. So, kids, if you wanna grow, just sleep in, yeah?
Hey, I even sleep more than that, and I'm so short. Did you take Cherry? I'm
No,
just
no,
curious, cause
no.
hey, it works. I have a cousin. She grew like a few inches this pandemic just because of Cherry.
Nah, I never bought into those. But yeah, I mean, that was basically her first impression. Um, okay, what's crazy? When I met when I met Mika, like, for the first time, it was a little bit obviously crazy because I'm very introverted. I'm not really, I wouldn't say I'm skeptical, but like, and I'm just socially awkward in general, so I have a hard time like meeting, like, even if it's people close to me, like, because of my introverted nature, like, minsan nahihirapan ako. But okay, sorry mom for giving you a shout out, but her impression now of you is you look like a Korean. Yeah, that was literally like,
Wait, sorry, my phone's gonna alarm at 9, so I'm just waiting for it.
oh, no worries.
Yeah, I have an alarm at 9 for both of my phones. And yeah. Okay, go ahead. Go talk. Go talk.
But yeah. That was like, uh, my mom's first impression. Like, oh, si Mika, like, kamukha siyang Koreana and stuff. Right? It was crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I was just really shook when I saw you because, like, oh my goodness, this pandemic has really, like, cooped us all in. So just any semblance of outside
Mhm.
world
Yeah.
exposure was a pleasant surprise, but still a surprise, nonetheless. And
Yeah.
yeah, all I can say is, grabe, I can't believe na I actually saw this person in person. Like, who would have thought
Mm-hmm.
after all these months na it would actually happen, right? Do you have those?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's like, you're so used to like meeting people in person, but like for the first time in a very long time, it's really surprising and exciting, I think. Very exciting too.
Hmm. Oh, okay. I think I have another follow up, which is actually quite applicable because I usually see some TikToks of like, oh, how will post quarantine interactions look like, and there's some of the cringiest
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like, how when you text, there are these shortcuts like LMAO or IMO and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So, Mika, did you find me cringe? Did you find me socially awkward during our time, like at the coffee
I
table?
actually, I actually didn't like. You were very normal to me, so that's why I'm like, why does Jake always say he's socially awkward? He's not.
Like
So yeah, I think it was super okay.
like I
Like
wasn't
honestly, it's like. Mhm.
right. Oh, sorry, but I wasn't like super quiet. Like, I'm trying to remember, but
I don't think so, but I was working. I remember at that time, and Chris was, shout out to Chris. Chris was
yeah.
actually chatting me at that time, if you remember. So it's like, oh my god, wait, I need to reply. But then, yeah, I think you're not socially awkward. I think it's normal. I also have those moments, especially when I meet new people. I'm not, but I used to be like that, to be honest. But I would always tell Nico, fun fact, I would always tell Nico before when we had those team buildings, and I was very awkward in those team buildings because I didn't know how to interact with people like online. And then I
Right,
messaged
right.
Nico like, oh my god, Nico, like I actually am hands down with Nico's like communication skills. I told him I messaged him this time. I think this was like, if not last year, I think last year, like last Christmas.
Hmm.
And then yeah, I was telling him like super hands down on your like interaction talent. Like you can just really break the ice, because for me it's so much easier to interact in person rather than online. So I think it's
Right.
different for everyone. Yeah. But yeah, for you, I didn't find you like socially awkward. So you
Really,
shouldn't beat yourself up about that too
really.
much. Yeah.
You guys should have seen me like in college. Like, oh my goodness, I was the most shy, introverted dweeb that didn't know like what he was doing or where he was going. Like,
I
it's
think
that.
that was me too. I was always lost in college. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that was interesting that you brought up the differences because yun yung magiging susunod kong tanong. So, what are the differences, I guess, of this, online meetups or, they say, right, Discord hangouts and stuff compared to, the
mhm.
usual traditional live in-person get-togethers? What do you
For
think?
me, like I said, I think
Yeah.
it's very different for everyone. But for me, it's actually harder to meet someone online. It's harder for me to get comfortable, just because for me at least it's harder to read the person. Like you don't really see. how they look like, how their how the hand gestures, or
Right.
those simple things. For me, it's like I said, it's very hard for me to break the ice. I think now I'm just a little bit comfortable with you because, well, because I already met you in person and we've been, talking for a while now. But then if you were like completely new, I'll probably like be super awkward and I wouldn't really know how to start a conversation. So yeah, with people meeting for me, like meeting people online, it takes a lot of energy out of me. But if I meet you in person, it's so much easier for me to like just get out there and like, break the ice. So
Right.
it's very different, I think, for everyone. But yeah, even I don't know, yeah.
Right, right. So you're saying it takes more effort, right? Going online.
Yeah, it takes more effort for me.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, how about you? Like do you agree, or like do you find it like the other way around?
Uh, well, yeah, I partially agree with that. Although, like meeting someone in person, like I wouldn't say it's harder for me because of my introverted nature, but it does take effort. That's for sure. Well, any like gathering naman, it takes more effort. But I guess when it comes to what do you call this? In-person meetups, like I really make effort. Like I don't know, first of all with how I dress, because you know how kapag online you're just
Oh yeah.
nakapantulog lang and all. But
Yeah.
I had to step up my style even though I don't want to, but like because BGC and all that, and then week of the wedding, so we gotta wear some formal stuff.
Yeah, and you were going to a wedding, so
Yeah. So I guess in terms of like how you dress and stuff, like it's a lot different. Kasi yun nga, like
mm-hmm.
you gotta step up your fashion game.
Yeah, and I guess for me, like I'm very into fashion, so seeing what they call that, seeing how a person dresses up really matters to me somehow. Like even
Right,
if it's just my
right,
friend or what, it's like just because I'm very into fashion, like I'm a fashion geek. So yeah.
right. That's interesting. Although, yeah, I'm not sure if you dig my fashion, but I only get my stuff in I don't know Anonas and stuff.
No, it's
Yeah,
fine. I
super.
mean, like it's just really I'm not the super branded person. It's just really how you pair things together, how you bring yourself. But I think you do have good fashion taste.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear. Yeah, as you guys can see, I'm trying to look, Korean with this bucket hat.
Korean
Yep.
with a bucket hat. I can never wear a bucket hat. It doesn't suit me.
Really?
Fun fact.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So like I said, guys, this is gonna be like a super chill episode. Like it's because you know how like some topics like you have a lot of sub questions and stuff. Uy, parang SEO
Yeah.
writing lang, right? Like from the intro to the heading to. But like this is super laid back, just because like I said, uh, during my hiatus and I guess during Mika's time, we were both drained, right? You can agree, Mika. We were both really drained
Yeah.
with this whole pandemic, and I actually respect Mika's decision to like take it easy, like on herself. And by the way, guys, I always keep forgetting, but she is the one responsible for bugging my ass every time I screw up in I don't know fulfilling orders and stuff like that. So major thanks to Mika for always reminding me not to mess up every time.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, for the next episodes, we're gonna be a lot more introspective, a lot more chill. I mean, of course, from time to time, you're gonna have the big topics, but yeah, now that I'm trying to get my feet wet again with uploading podcast episodes, we're just gonna have it nice, chill, and friendly. Anyways, going back, so that was the first one, right? First meetup
Mm-hmm.
was, you
Yeah.
know, the week of Christmas. So it was pretty festive and all. And um, that coffee shop was actually pretty nice, right? Come to think of it,
Yeah. It's actually a yeah. It's
I
my secret coffee shop. I'm gatekeeping that, Jake. Don't tell them where it is.
yes, yes, y'all gotta find out where that is from.
Oops,
So,
sorry.
mhm. So that was
It's a really nice place and there's not much people.
right,
So it's the best.
right. Yep. Uh, it's a go-to. Like I highly recommend. So that was the first meetup that we had, and then yes, out of nowhere. So the week after Christmas, Mika was very kind enough to invite the others, right? Like it was her idea. No, she kept telling me, "Oh, this is Jake's idea to like invite everyone." That is a huge lie. She was one who DM'd me, na,
In
"Hey, we
my
should do this
defense, it
again."
was your idea.
No, you were the one who DM'd me
No, I
first.
just okay. So this is the real story. This is the real story. So I asked Jake if he wants to meet the team, and then um, he was like, "Oh, but I'm going to my Lola's house or something like that." So he's going with relatives the day after, and I was like, "Okay, never mind. It's a bad idea."
Yeah.
And then after a while, Jake was like, "Hey, my mom said we should actually meet up." So it was actually your mom's idea.
Oh, that was nice. That was a
Well,
nice
to be fair,
comeback.
it was really your mom's idea. Just because if your mom didn't say that, it wouldn't push through.
Right. And credit
Yeah.
my mom really, because my dad's the go for it guy, the go for it parent, but my mom is a little more. I wouldn't say conservative, but like she's the play it safe. Let's just say, she's the
Oh
play it
yeah,
safe type
yeah.
of person. So she'll be like, baka if itong plano mo. So I was so surprised when she said, "Oy Jake, you should go for it because you never know." And Mika told me, through DM na, your mom is a fortune teller. She predicts the future so well because she told me at the
Yeah.
time, we don't know. January could be pretty bad. Cases could rise again. And
Yeah.
what do you know,
January is
guys?
pretty
She was
bad.
right. As always.
She jinxed it. She really jinxed it.
So yeah, that's how it came about. So for the second meetup, how was it? Was it less? Well, I know you claim that I'm not awkward, but let's say, was it more natural? Like, was it more? Were you more comfortable na uh, with me? Well, of course, we had a couple more who joined us.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had two more, I think. So, si Jaya and Bok. So, how was that?
Yeah.
How was that?
For me, the second meetup was really great. Like I said, I'm really hands down with Bok because not just online, but even like in person, he's really good in like conversing with people. That's why I don't believe him when he tells me he's an introvert because he's really good with people. And I mean, like I know you can be an introvert and good with people, but like he's just really so good in making conversations so naturally. So I think I was very comfortable with that. And then yeah, I think it was also a very chill moment. Meeting Jaya also for the first time, it's also so great because I think Jaya is also super outgoing. So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, she has a lot of stories to tell. I think
Yeah.
that's something to tell about Jaya. So it's like, oh my god, like human interaction. And then,
Mhm.
you're also there like sharing your stories and like like the whole environment was just really good. And I think you know, yeah, you guys are great people. So it's like super chill, super, it was just laid back. Like there was no pressure and anything. So I really liked
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. Yep. Uh, yeah. Hopefully, these guys can also come into my pod soon.
Yeah, you should have invited them like tonight.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
I know I should have, but anyways, yeah. We're gonna make sure we get them also. Uh, especially Jai, because guys, if you don't know, Yeah, sorry to spill tea,
BTS.
but yeah, she was very lucky, and yeah, gonna try not to be in
Three
get.
times, like she watched three times.
Yeah,
Like my gosh,
gonna
how?
try not to be in get, but she got to actually see them in person in freaking SoFi Stadium.
Yeah, you should invite her and she should tell everyone her story.
Yeah,
And you
that's the
know,
plan. That's the plan.
it's
We'll
not just one concert, guys. Like all 3 days she was there.
all three. Yup. I mean, all I can say is I met Joy virtually, but she actually met all seven of them. Like she saw their actual flesh. Like, that's crazy. So yeah, hopefully, like as Mika said, like we can have that EP because I would love to talk about, or I would love for her to talk about that BTS experience, with me and with you guys. So yeah, we'll plan it out. We'll make it happen. Spoilers, but
Spoiler, yeah.
we will see. We will see.
Coming soon.
Uh-huh. So yeah, and again, like I said, the timing could have not been any scripted any better because, grabe, I know off topic, but I'm looking at the news right now and like some of their members tested positive, right?
Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, I saw. I forgot who, but I saw someone tested positive.
Yeah. So like I said, the timing of everything is just so perfect. Like me meeting you guys, and then of course Jaya like flying all the way to LA in time
Yeah,
before the massive variant. Yeah, it's just crazy how life works sometimes.
yeah. Timing is everything.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Like we were all in the right place at the right time. Um so I know like all of that was like a month from now, and like I said, so many things have happened ever since. But yeah, how have you been now though? Like we're a month into the new year. I don't know, it's looking like this variant is starting to wane, but how have you been lately?
Yeah.
And of course you had your new life transition.
Yeah.
So how's it been
Well,
so far?
2022 is a bit weird for me. It started super weird. January is super weird. And it's like, honestly, I think it's only now that it's February that I'm like, oh, I gotta get my shit together. So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, yeah, but 2022, January was like a very weird month. I feel like a lot of people relate because it's like after after the whole COVID situation, almost every household, no, if they didn't have it, at least a scare. So it's like, oh my god. So yeah, I feel like 2022 is just starting this Feb. But yeah, it's also nice to see the numbers go very low. Or
Hmm.
we're like level 2 again. So it's like,
Yeah.
because 2022, like, I mean, January 2022, it's like, oh my God, here we go again. It's like, that
Yeah. Yeah.
small hope of like going back to normal is gone.
Yep.
But then now it's like, oh, it's not gonna last that long, hopefully. I don't
Yeah.
want to jinx it. So, yeah, I'm just living it day by day. Honestly, it's like I'm just enjoying what I have today and then just going on the next day. I think that's something that the pandemic has taught me because I used to be a super person who likes to plan. But yeah, now I'm just like, I'm just gonna enjoy what I have today. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great approach actually. Not just with the pandemic, with anything really. So
Yeah.
take it day by day and just, wait for the surprises I guess to come our way because there are a
Mm.
lot. It's not.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like, you have to expect there's a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure. So when do you think will our next meet up be?
Um, I'm not sure. I feel like it's gonna be with the whole team.
Hopefully,
Like,
hopefully.
that's always been the plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah, so we can meet everyone.
Yep.
If
Yep.
I'm still invited.
Oh yeah, oh
If
yeah. We'll make sure. We'll make sure of that.
I'm still invited.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like that's the next one. Or yeah, maybe Carlos wants to plan because he wasn't able to come
Right,
last time.
right. That's
Yeah.
true.
So depends when, you guys and your families are comfortable to go out.
Yep, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, gotta make it happen. Okay, so usually, for the latter parts, I usually give or I ask for tips from each guest. So
Okay.
yeah, I guess, I know, right? Weird, but no, I think some of my listeners, cause either they haven't gone out or they have gone out, but they kind of regret certain things because they think to themselves, "Oh, I was cringe or I was socially awkward." So,
Mhm.
with you as the extrovert, as a resident extrovert, uh, the extraordinary extrovert. Yep. Yeah, that's your peg because I'm the
That's my
extraordinary
bag.
introvert.
Introvert.
Yeah.
Tips. I guess for people who, haven't gone out for a while now, ever since the pandemic. I think the only tip I have is like, doesn't you don't have to like it, but you have to try it. Um, like when we stepped in the pandemic, no one was ready for change, but then everyone just had to adapt. So I think that goes the same way because I think eventually you will still meet people in person and eventually, hopefully, things will still go back to normal. And yeah, you just have to, try again. Like, there's nothing really to be scared about. If all
Mhm.
things go wrong, I mean, breathe in and breathe out. And I mean, I know it's not that easy, but it's like, just don't take, I think what I'm trying to say is don't take things too seriously. And then, yeah,
Right.
also with the other thing, like if you regret something or you think you could have done better, um, I think a tip for that is just, you grow as the day comes by, and no one's really perfect the first time they do it, not even the second time, not even the third time. So just do you. Keep always striving to become better, to improve. If you regret something, rather than regretting it, I think what you should focus on is how do you want to see yourself improving for the next time it happens. So if you met someone in person for the first time and you're like cringe, as Drake said, then meet someone else in person for the first time and you know do don't do the same thing. And if you do the same thing, it's just it takes a lot of practice, I think.
Yeah.
And I wasn't always like this. I would always tell people like that. Like I wasn't always like super comfortable with talking. Like I was always socially awkward. But it's just you just really gotta have not just confidence, but you just really have to put yourself out there and experience it over and over again if you really enjoy it. So yeah, I hope those tips make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Those are very solid pieces of advice. But yeah, if I were to sum it up, though, basically, guys, just have fun. Like just
Yeah,
have
just
fun
have
with it,
fun. Don't take
cause
everything too seriously.
yeah, that's true. No, because I also realized those days are, I wouldn't say they're numbered, but like uh they're limited. They're pretty
Yeah.
scarce, especially
Mm-hmm.
with the unpredictability of this pandemic. So just cherish those opportunities that y'all have to go out, interact, and like for example, right now, cases are down. Of course, play it safe if you have to. Like, guys, there's
Yeah.
still a pandemic, so play it safe. But if there's that window, why not? Why not go for it?
Yeah,
Yep.
and get vaccinated.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
vaccinated and get boosted.
Of course. Of course. That is so true.
Yeah.
So actually, I forgot to ask this earlier, but I don't know. Were there any differences uh meeting people like pre and during the pandemic? Of course, besides the mask and the 6 meters,
Oh yeah.
like, is there anything different about those meetups or wala naman?
Was there? I guess there's more excitement because
Right.
um, yeah, there's more excitement because it's been 2 years you haven't really met someone in person, especially whether it's like someone new or an old friend. because there are still friends that I haven't met since the last day of school when I was in school. So yeah, I think there's just more excitement now.
True, true. Actually, yeah, that's a pretty solid point. Like, you know how back then we would usually take hangouts and meetups for granted because it always happens all the
Yeah.
time. Or, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I think I noticed. Like sometimes, people tend to back out. Like you know how when you
Yeah.
ask, oh, you want to meet up? It's like, I'm busy. When in fact you're not, because ayaw mo lang
Yeah.
mag
Yeah. Or
meet
like
up.
you're lazy or
Yeah,
you just want
yeah.
to stay in bed. But now it's like everyone's more G to go out. Like,
Actually.
yeah, that's what I noticed. Everyone's more G to go out. Actually, me, I'm guilty of that. Before, I'm just like, I don't want to go out. But now it's like, okay, I'm gonna take every chance because it's been 2 years.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, basically go for it. And you know, since it is Feb, that means it's love month. So for those who wanna, you know, be bold by asking out their crushes to go out, I mean, shoot your shot, man. shoot,
Shoot you a shot.
shoot your shot. This is the best time
Tips
to
from
do
Jake, though.
it. Yo, in fact, guys, another spoiler, but since next week is the weekend of V-Day, like, y'all gotta get ready because I'm about to. It's about to be sad
Joy
boy.
is
It's
coming.
about to be sad boy hours. Yup. So y'all better tune into that. Yeah, giving a lot of spoilers, but you know that's what happens when you go offline completely out of nowhere for 3 months. So I'm gonna be spoiling you guys with a lot of giveaways, content. Yeah. Like I said, I'm really trying to make it up to my dull bros and sisters and to everyone who's watching. Because I don't know how, but I think y'all missed me, right? Like, even though my following is not as big, I'm sure y'all missed me. Like,
For
so
sure, yeah.
did you miss me? Like Mika, did you miss me? Like, or did you miss seeing me
Yeah,
do
I miss.
this?
Um, well, I haven't seen you because like when we got closer, you already stopped. So
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot. I didn't even know you had a podcast with Carlos. So yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna like back
All right.
watch that.
So you
Yeah,
should binge. Yeah, you guys should binge
binge
my
watch.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yep. Especially the K-pop ones. I think you're gonna have a good laugh at those.
Oh yeah, I watched the Joy one though, the one with Joy. Yeah,
Yeah, best episode ever. Sorry, guys. Yep. So, yeah, I know I spoiled a lot of stuff, but look at my timer. 40 minutes. So I'm also trying to keep it short because I think the 1 hour feels long forced. So I don't know. It really depends on the topic. But since this is a light and chill topic, naman, we can cap it off. So yeah,
sure.
first guest of the year, Mika. It's been a
Thank you
pleasure.
for having me.
Yeah, yeah, and I really like
Yeah.
how we're still connected. We didn't lose that connection, even though you. I wouldn't say resign because you're still doing important stuff for us, naman. But
Yeah. Mhm.
like I said, I mean, without her having to remind me to get my shit together, you know.
Jake, where's the G docs? Why is it not on Sana?
Yup. Yeah, she basically, you know, bails me out just when I'm about to F up certain orders. So at least there's that. But okay, I guess before we do go, as usual with every other guest, do you have any last words? Do you have anything you want to say, pa, that you may have missed out on? Before I officially wrap it
Yeah,
up.
I'm good. I super appreciate you, Jake, for inviting me. So thank you, and thank you to all of Jake's listeners for for watching or listening. Yeah.
Yup, indeed. And like I said, I know I was on break. I know keep saying over and over, but I'm back now, and you know I was
The
supposed to be.
big comeback.
Yeah, the big comeback of the year. I really missed everyone, and I know I said this in my previous episode, but yeah, at least for now, for the time being, habang uh, outside exposure is quite limited pa rin. Like, I'm gonna try to go back here, do what I do. I noticed because a lot of content creators, like, they usually get tired, and that's okay. But
Mhm.
there's not really a formal goodbye or explanation, and that's okay. Like I said, we all deserve this long break, the long hiatuses that we have, because this pandemic is so tiring. But me personally, like, I think it was perfect time for me to like come back to my to my podcast. And I know I'm a bit rusty. Like, I'll admit, I may have had some questions na pilit, or I'm trying to stretch certain episodes, but uh, yeah, I'm just trying to get used to this again. But it really feels good to be back. So, with that, Mika, thank you very much for hopping on tonight, and all the future guests. I cannot wait to have you back, whether old, new, uh, old or young. Like, it's gonna be a blast. Like I said, 2022 is gonna be all of our year. All that BS that we had to put up with the past 2 years. That's gonna be left behind us now. So, yeah, that's just my parting words as we cap off another banger episode. So, Mika, before we go, I mean, like I said, you're gonna be the future TikTok queen. So, where can my followers check you out? I mean, we gotta make sure we help Mika pursue that influencer life dream. Yeah, there we go. There you go. So check her out. Alam ko she does a lot of Abinson stuff, right?
Oh yeah, you can also follow Abinson's TikTok account if you want to. Um, I am a very different person right there, so don't judge. But it's part of the fun marketing advertising world to
Right,
kind of have a personality. So yeah,
right.
yeah, follow us there, or you can also just follow me, and you'll get updated on the brands that I hold.
Yeah, yeah, for
It's a
sure.
lot.
Yeah, baka naman you can discount, like, I don't know, light bulbs for me, cuz like, me, I want to have a gamer feel, so maybe you could buy gamer lights for me or you could
Yeah, you guys
discount them.
can. We have a lot of promos in Albinson. Wow, endorser.
Yup, yup. Yeah, there you guys go. Like I said, the the TikTok life is just getting started for Mika. So
Yes.
check her out. So, oh my gosh, guys, I hope I still remember my outro script because, like I said, 3 months is so long. But I'll try. So, if you guys want to follow me, naman. So for the pod account, actually, guys, like I said, we're gonna be rebranding soon. So everything is gonna transform and stuff. But for the last, since we're in 57, so until 60, so for the last 4 episodes, this is where you guys can follow me. So for Instagram, it is at joat.pod.delro. So once again, it is at joat.pod.delro. For the personal naman, it is at jake underscore delro. On Facebook, it is facebook.com/joat.pod.delro. Or if you just want to search it on the search tab, it is oh my gosh, guys, my mouth is getting tongue tied. But if you want to search me na lang on Facebook, it is Jacob All Trades with Delro. On Twitter naman, even though I find it toxic and I'm gonna try to lay low over there, it is at underscore Del underscore row underscore. And guys, my Twitter actually became a stan account. So instead of my personal rants and stuff, you're just gonna see my Twitter feed full of,
Loving joy.
yeah, me simping over Joy and Gary. Yup. Two favorite magnates of Red Velvet. So yeah, that's where I do all my simping stuff. Uh This podcast can be streamed, televised, viewed, and listened to on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Radio Public, Breaker, and on YouTube. So, before we go again, how would you rate my comeback performance? Like, if you were to grade
It's a
my
10. It's a 10.
really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not, you should really give yourself credit because it's not everyone who can, start something they really like to do to make themselves grow. That takes a lot of courage. And yeah, it's very hard to talk like this. How do you do it?
I have no
So
idea.
yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. Yeah, you should
Wow.
give yourself credit.
That's great. That's great. So thank you for that critique, for that very nice critique.
Kitty.
Let's just hope though. Let's just hope that the audio was caught. Sana nakuha yung audio. Because if not, we may have to redo this shit again. But hopefully not. Though. Yeah, let's
Scripted na yun next.
yeah. Let's hope everything was okay. Just so I can go back to being on schedule and stuff like that. But with that being said, that's a wrap, y'all. Thank you for tuning in today, mga Del Bros, Sisters, Blinks, and Reveloves. This has been your one and only JOAT. She's your one and only love, Mika Alejo, and we are both signing out. Hanggang sa susunod na usapan at chikahan. I will see you don't worry guys, I will see you again for soon. You won't have to wait another 3 months, promise. Like I'm gonna be more consistent now. But see you for now. So bye everyone. I will be back. I will see you like way more often. So let's have fun this year. And in Bianca's words,
Yeah.
let's get it.
Let's get it.